Hey folks, it's Frithgar here, how you doing? Welcome back to Farming Simulator 19 here on the Hagenstedt map. Let's get back to reliving the glory days. Do it 2 mornings in a row, I dare you, right? If you have a whole weekend off, I know not everybody has the luxury of having the whole weekend off, but you know, if you do have a couple days in a row and you have them off, do it 2 days in a row. Do it 2 days in a row. Have cheesecake for breakfast 2 days in a row. Or some other dessert. Have apple pie for breakfast. Yeah? Do it. Just take a risk. Just do it. Right. Yeah, I'm thinking 1 pass off of that would probably be enough. I'm going to run down this side now. I'm going to set you going down over here. I know that I've sort of got a pass down over there, but I want to run it down this way. I just figure it's going to be a little bit easier to keep up with, especially when I get another combine working in that field over there. Right, let's go back to you and run you back up to the top field, and then we can empty that one out. Well, in the short time since I spoke to you last, Christmas and New Year has been and gone. I know, it's quite remarkable, it only took a few seconds. So what I thought I would do is do another couple of passes just along the bottom end of the field down here, and then I will leave the combine whizzing up and down that side, collecting up the rest. We've just had the tank at the top come to completely full, so I'm going to possibly only going to do 1 pass along here, because I'm not entirely sure the combine is going to be able to turn around and get into the crop properly here. Just wait a minute, we'll let it do its turning round, see what it's going to do here. I do wonder if we ought to, like, tidy up that bank a little bit and just dig it out a bit more and push it back so that the combine can turn round here properly. Because, I mean, you look here and the way that it kind of, like, backs up there, I mean, you need to go back a little bit further. It might be alright. Well, he does seem to cope with it sort of alright. But anyway, I figure that 3 passes along his end would probably be a little bit better. He looked like he wasn't quite, didn't quite have enough room to turn around there, although that was likely just the tree on that end making that difference rather than anything else. And if I bring you back over here like this, and then we'll let you go. Right. Off you trot up across the field there, and then you over here at 54% on all of ours. We're going to whiz back up to the top field a minute, empty that one out, and then we can whiz back down again, and then that's, well, it'll be the top field taken care of. We just need to sort of start working on the rest of it then. And we can also make a start on the cultivating as well. We'll have the top one to get started and the small field over there to get started. We're canola at the moment. I can't remember now. It's been so long since I played this game. It is sunflowers, yes. So we are going to be using the new planter and testing that one out, seeing what it's like. Quite excited about this new planter. I think that this could be an interesting little addition to the fleet that we've got here. Whether or not it's going to be an excellent addition to the fleet, I don't really know yet. There could be all manner of problems with it, but I'm hoping there isn't. I'm hoping that it is actually a rather useful tool, and we're able to use it for quite a while. The only problem that is going to arise is if it's too rigid. So when you've got some slightly uneven ground, it then just refuses to plant anything. That is the one part of this game that always really irritates me, the way that it leaves bits out like that. So I'm kind of hoping that it doesn't do that. If it does, then we'll, you know, have to figure that out. If it doesn't, if it does just sort of let things carry on and we're able to do everything that we want to do, then excellent, wonderful, fantastic. We can carry right on and do everything that we need to do. I think with this one, we are below 50%, so as soon as he's unloaded into... Actually, I think we'll probably get everything into this back trailer by the look of it. I did wonder if maybe the back trailer would fill, but it doesn't look like it's going to fill up completely before that combine is emptied. No. Right, so we've got a little bit of space in the back trailer still. Let me see if I can, you know, it's going to take all of it into the front trailer. Right, we will leave the combine to go and do what the combine is going to do, and we will run down the hill down here so that we can unload this combine down here. And that will be 2 trailer loads. I don't actually remember if I'm selling this direct or if I am storing it. Given the amount of money that we've got at the moment, I'm hoping that I have somewhere to go and sell it. I don't actually remember at the moment. You know, it's been quite some time since I was here. We're talking weeks, and I can barely remember what happened yesterday. So, something that happened weeks in the past, I don't really have much chance of properly remembering. Let's have a look. 2000 restaurant. Okay, so I'm selling it direct to the restaurant. We're going to take it straight down there. It's not quite within 10% of the highest price, which is 2,300, but it's very, very close, so I don't think we're going to have any issues there. And go racing along here and try and keep up with our combine. I do, like, the more I play on the map and the more I have them at the speeds that they're going, the more I'm getting used to it, and I'm not finding it particularly unusual. I guess if you go from another Let's Play to this one, then it may seem a little bit odd, but from some of the comments that I've had, a lot of you are kind of getting used to the speed that we're sort of rocking along at the moment as well, and it's sort of becoming almost normal. So I'm quite pleased about that. I think that's a really good thing. That's a step in the right direction. That's the kind of thing that we want. We want to be able to get used to this, and then we can just sort of concentrate on building up our farm rather than worrying about the whole realism thing. And as someone pointed out, I haven't responded to any comments over the Christmas break, but I have still been reading them. I have been checking them every now and then, just to make sure that the videos are still uploading correctly and so on. It's just that I been keeping any YouTube stuff, my interaction with it, to a complete minimum, so that then I focus on family and other things, and non-YouTube related and house related and stuff like that. So I did see a comment, I think it was probably a couple of weeks ago at this point, pointing out that people talk about realism in the game, but it is a game. It's not real. So it doesn't matter what you do, you're never actually going to get realism. Like, you can try to simulate real life as much as you like, but it's still just a game, and it's still going to have vast differences between this and real life. You don't have the smell of the combine and the diesel fumes mixed with the smell of the freshly cut canola coming in, so you haven't got that realism for a start. You haven't got the realism of stepping outside of your lovely, cool combine into a breeze that is bringing a cloud of horribly itchy dust from the canola crop blasting into you, whilst you step out into what just as well might be a furnace. Like, you haven't got any of that. None of that actually happens. So you're a very, very long way from realism. And so, yeah, I've kind of been told by, some of the comments are sort of saying, well, look, this series here, who cares about realism? You're just kind of playing it, so play it and don't worry about it. And even the series, even like the ones where I am trying to achieve some form of realism, again, we're never actually going to get to the point, unless we can invent some kind of smell-o-vision. We're not going to be able to pipe the smells of the machinery in the fields straight towards you. We're not going to be able to blast the air conditioning cold air at you for 20 minutes to get you, really chilled. I know some people who sit in a fridge when they're driving along, and then you step out into the baking hot sunshine, and you have like the heat from the engine and the combine and that just kind of blasting at you as you open the door, it's a shock, right? It is a proper shock to the system. I've experienced that many times, and it's surprising just how much of a shock it is. And so, unless you've got like a direct tube to a furnace or something, you're not going to experience that either. So we can do realism as much as we like. You're never actually going to get the real thing unless, you know, serious steps are taken. And I believe I've spoken about this before. I don't know if I've spoken about it in a farming video, but I've heard of like a theory of how realism could really come into play on any game. Like, literally any game at all, and any kind of computer. And it's kind of, we're not looking at a VR headset. What you're looking at is basically, it's nanites, and they would be injected into your body, and then they would take up residence along your optical nerve, which is the bit that goes from your eye to your brain, and translates what the eye picks up, those signals, and then interprets that into things that you recognize as seeing. So that's the kind of the information highway from your eyes. And then the similar one with your ears as well. And also they would take up residence all along your spine, and to all of the bits that basically start telling you what you're feeling. Hot, cold, pain, and all of these other receptors all the way along your spine as well. And these nanites would then just take over and stop all external stimulus coming in, and just translate instead and start giving you the stimulus you would get from inside a game. In theory, this is like the next generation of realism in games and like virtual reality, but we're a little way off of that happening just yet. Right, real life interrupted there for a moment. Let's whiz out round this tree here, and then I'm going to do another 2 passes along this bottom end of the field, and then this one can whiz off up to the other end. So let me just start that one there a second, and you go in there like that. I think 2 will be fine on here. I've got another load over there that we want to get, but I'm just going to kind of sort out this one first, because I want to be able to set this combine going properly. So if I can get a couple passes down this end, and then a couple passes down the other end, I figure that would be a little bit better. I mean, I'm 24% on this already. I don't know that we're going to be able to get all the way down to the other end and do what I want to do down there before I run out of space in the combine tank. Let him turn. I'll tell you what, you can stay there a minute, combine. You here, yes, I've only got 37,000 litres of space in here, so I'm not entirely sure. Someone's going to end up being sat still, not doing a great deal. Probably it's going to be that combine there. I will, well, it might be, you know, it doesn't really matter. I will just run down here a bit, and right, let's slow you down there, and then jump out over to here like this, stop that one, bring you round, and then you can just whiz up this side of the field right here and take a line up through there. And with 3 passes, there's enough room there to be able to turn around properly. We're not going to have any issues with that, I don't think. So now I go back to this one and get it up to here. And I don't need to go very far from here. If I just sort of get to the end, I'm kind of hoping that the combine whizzing up there. If I bring you over this way like this and stop, and then we go to here like this. 1 pass here is all I'm going to do, and then I'll do 3 along that bottom end like I'd done down that end, and then we can just start working from that side of the field over, and that'll make it a little bit easier later when we come in to bring that second combine over into this field. Now, I still haven't changed my mind on the different combine that I would like here. I would like to go for the Massey Ferguson combine here, and with the bigger header on it and everything. I think that would be the I think that would be the best fit for what we've got at the moment. For the land and everything that we've got right now, I think that would definitely be the best fit. Let's bring you in there like that, and off you go. So 3 passes on this end, and then that should... I mean, I'm hoping that we can actually fit 3 passes in. You know, we may not actually be able to fit all of that into the tank. We will put what we can in here, and then the rest of it is, well, just stay in the combine. So the other combine, that's going to have to stay in that one as well. You are not going to fit, are you? So if I just bring you over here like this and open that one out, we'll do... Bring you round there. I'll put what I can in here. Actually, I should be able to put all of this in, at least. And then I can set this combine going along there. I can run this tractor and trailer over there and park under that spout. Just take off a little tiny bit, if there is actually any space left in these trailers, which I don't think there is. And then we got to make a run down to the restaurant and go and sell the canola that we've got so far. So we get a nice little bit of cash coming in for that, and then we've got a few other bits. So I have things like, I think there was still loan that I wanted to pay off, and then I was kind of hoping, let's have a look. Let's go and have a look. Tell you what, we'll have a look at that in a second. I need to go this way and run you over. I've literally got 1,100 litres or 1,200 litres of space left in this trailer. So we ain't putting a lot from this combine in here. I can at least sort of get things started. We can keep it moving a bit, but mostly we're going to be held up now, waiting for the combines to empty out. You know, there is another option. If I was to just go and tip out the trailers into... That might be a better idea, actually. If I was to go and tip the trailers out, and then... No, because I need the money for, like, seed and stuff. We don't have enough money for seed, so yeah, I'm going to have to worry about that instead. And Helper Eye is way off down across the field there. So, having a quick look in here. No, this is the one that we wanted. I've got a loan of 400,000. I wanted to get that below 200 before I bought anything else. That was kind of my original plan there, was I want to get that below 200 again before I go purchasing anything else. One other thing that I've had a few people saying is that I should stop trying to recreate FS13 quite so much on here and just make use of all the new tools. One in particular being maybe I should not worry about paying off the loan and just worry about expanding my farm. I don't know. At the moment, I kind of like, I kind of wanted to start off by sticking fairly close to the FS13 stuff. I know that I've drifted away from that a bit, but I don't think I have too much just yet. And then kind of get more towards just doing it our own way and doing things a little bit differently later on. You know, but maybe that can't happen. Maybe we're not going to be able to do that properly. I've got minus 16,000 euros right there. I know that I got 42,000 litres here, and we are going to be getting... Oops, steady. We are going to be getting 2,000 per 1,000 litres, so we're looking at 84,000 euros for this load right here. So, I mean, by the time we finish the harvest, we should be able to clear 100,000 euros worth of debt, which is not too shabby. That's not too bad, clearing off that much. But we are still going to have another 100,000 that we kind of want to get rid of. And so I got to decide, do I want to focus on that, which is going to take another harvest, another harvest minimum, or should I disregard at the moment the plan to pay off that loan? Because I'm going to be paying, like, I want to pay off the loan completely. And instead look at getting the solar panels. I want to get the solar panels lined up next to the farm so that we've got a bigger, more regular income coming in. And that's going to keep the money coming along. I know that we got the beehives at the moment, but there's not a huge amount of money coming in. Just so that, you know, we got a little bit more money coming in, and we can keep this money rolling in. And then, you know, with the harvests and so on. So maybe go for the solar panels first, and then see about clearing some debt, and or possibly even... Right, steady, steady. Let's not get too carried away here. Yeah, get a little bit more money building up, so that we've got, you know, from solar panels, and then we can look at clearing debt. Possibly expanding our land before we look at clearing debt. At the moment, I really don't know. Like, I've got, like, there's several things that I want to do, and there's several things that I'm kind of umming and ahhing about how I should actually go about doing them. So we'll kind of play it by ear a little bit, I think. I mean, ideally, yes, I do want to clear my debt down to at least 200,000, and then start working on other things after that. But maybe that's not really a practical approach. Maybe that's something that I shouldn't be worrying about quite so much, and I should instead be focusing more on still expanding the farm and, you know, expanding the machinery slightly. We've done most of the machinery expansion that I want to do now. Probably the biggest thing that we've yet to expand completely, I mean, we've gone and bought one extra combine, but I still... Ooh. Slowed down quite a bit going up here. I mean, it's quite a powerful tractor, but he is struggling on this little hill. Yeah, probably the biggest thing that I want now is to go and get the next combine upgrade. Like, with the machinery that we've got with the tractors, we're doing pretty well with that. I don't think we need to worry too much about going very much bigger. I mean, yes, there are some slight increases. I've had links posted to me, and I've been told about different seed drills that are available on the mod hub, so that we've got like a Hagenstedt one that not only does the direct drill, but also does fertilizer as well, and that could be a really good possibility for us. That could be something that would fit the farm quite nicely, and it might also be something that could be pulled by our current tractors, because that's quite an important aspect. We do have to make sure that we've got stuff that can be pulled by our tractors right now. Not everything that we want to get can be pulled by the tractors we've got at the moment. The next upgrade that I would want to do for the seed drill, the next, like, really serious upgrade for the seed drills, would be the Horsch one, the Horsch Pronto. I like the Horsch Pronto. A 9-meter spread on it. It's got seed and fertilizer capabilities as well as a direct drill. You know, it's a pretty sweet number, and that one will do us just fine right up until we can have a fleet of Amazon condors whizzing up and down the fields, and I quite like that idea. Using those as kind of like the next interim step. But we can't do that until we've got the machinery to actually pull it. And at the moment, we don't have the machinery to pull it. So yeah, that's another little thing that we want to build up to, but we're not going to be doing just yet. Now, we've got our cultivators in there. We've got our seed drill. All the seed drills, they're all ready. Everything is ready in there. We've got everything that we could possibly want. I've got 2 combines pointing into the crop, so I'm just going to have to go and empty them both out. Driving on the crop, that's fine. We can cope with that. You don't mind doing a bit of that, so get this one emptied out here and let him go, and then I can go and get that one emptied out. And then once I've gotten both of these emptied out, we will get one of the other... Well, actually, we could probably get both of the tractors going. We want to get one going around the really small field, and we want to get one up there and start cultivating the field up there. We've got to get the cultivations done first before we can go and do anything else. And then once the cultivations are under... once they're done... we can get the planting going. I mean, we can get planting going once we've started the cultivations. Now, if I go whizzing off down here, shouldn't get in the way of that combine. And then I can go on round here and get this second load out. Let's put you into the back one there, shall we? Right. I'll wait on that one a minute, and I want to go to you. Right, let's go and take this cultivator. I'm going to take this one straight up to the top field, and we'll start working on that one up there. And then we can set the small one going once the, in between unloading the combines, in between keeping those going. I figure if I can just sort of keep the combines running, and then in between time we can like do the little fiddly bits with the cultivator and get all of that sorted. Up here, we haven't really got much in the way of fiddly anything. I've got one bit here that I'm going to need to do. I can bring you along here, and what I figured that I would do is I would do one pass up this side. So actually I'll need to go like, I've got that on normal AI, so I can just bring that up there like that. And are you? No, you're not lowering down properly. I need to lower you down there and then do it. I have to lower you down myself. Right, there we go. That's just going to take that end slice right there. One pass along here I would have thought would be enough, because I've got room to turn around. I mean, yeah, it might go into the neighbour's crop, but we can just sort of pretend that's not really happening. And then you go to there. Let me go over here. Am I going to get out of the way? I don't think I am. Oh. Just managed to squeeze out of the way. Right. You wait there a minute, and we will go back over to this one. So I'm going to do a pass down this side as well. Pretty much like I've done along the bottom end here. And then up the other end, I'll maybe do a couple of passes up there. So let's drop you in here, and then... Right, why aren't you going? Lower you down. Press H. Not quite sure why he didn't go then, but he is going now, and that's the important thing. And there we have our brand shiny new cultivator whizzing up across the field. We've got the slightly uneven terrain on this side here up against the road, and he didn't seem to have any problems taking that bit and going through there. So far so good here. What it's going to be like down the other end, I don't really know. So over the other side over there. So we'll bring you there and then change over again. I've got one combine there that is almost completely full. So what I think I'll do is, if I bring you over here this way, and I stop you there like that, lower you down, and then go. And then I can switch down to this one. And I'll run over to that combine there, and we'll see if we can unload that one whilst it's travelling along the field. Get some of that into this trailer. Just a little bit. Any of it, doesn't really matter. And then I can jump back up to that tractor at the top again. Because I'd like him. Well, unfortunately, folks, that is all we have got time for today. And for those of you wondering, the paid promotion notification that came up at the beginning of the video is because in the description down below, you will find a link to Fanatical. I have an affiliation with them. If you use that link, I will earn a small commission on anything that you choose to purchase. But that is all we have got time for, so if you have enjoyed the episode, then please head down below and give us a like, and if you really enjoyed it, then please tell your friends all about me, get them to come and watch as well, that would be awesome. And until next time, thank you very much for watching, this is Frithgar, goodbye, and see you later.